Triple G. Brace yourself for the things you'll see. From comic books to toys and more. And cartoons that we adore. Pop culture, flicks, and geeky stuff. We love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your ginger Geordie geek. How's everybody tonight? Welcome back to the show. We've got another year in geek for you. We've got lots of interesting stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking 1985. But before we get to that, just a quick hello to my panel as usual. We've got James T. Keegan. How are you, James?
Oh, I'm good to be here, man. Another year I did not experience, but I'm excited to learn about.
You're just a fetus, aren't you? You're just a child. Yeah, a child. We've got, as ever, Efren, you look like you're about to report on some kind of sporting event. Where are you and what's happening?
I am in Reno, Nevada, taking a little vacation. I'm visiting my cousin, Momo Comics 80. So I'm in a hotel right now. So I told Peter I may be able to make it or not, But yeah, so I decided just to do it from on location, so to speak. Past Point Travels.
Past Point Travel, that's a new channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, we appreciate you jumping on, Efren. We weren't sure if Efren was going to make it or not, whether the Wi-Fi would work and all the rest of it. So we drafted in my good pal Super Sorrel to give her a hand. How are you, Sorrel? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you. I didn't experience 1985 either, James, so you're not alone.
Oh my gosh, what are you guys doing on this show?
The youngins,
But you're mature. Do you know what I mean?
All the years
You're
too early.
mature. Yeah.
Well, I'm less than mature. I've got dolls in my house.
You collect dolls. You collect dolls. Yeah. As soon as I said it, I thought, yeah, that's not.
I'm just
not gonna fly.
emotionally immature,
Yeah,
Peter. I think
yeah.
that's what I'm just thinking.
That is true. Yeah. Okay, let's see who we've got in the chat, ladies and gents. We've got Terry, Deadman. Nice to see you, Terry. Terry's just done a cracking video today, guys, about Planet of the Apes comics. He's got the freakiest video holder that you've ever seen from Planet of the Apes. It's literally like a torso of an ape with like hair and everything. Yeah, freaky.
Check that out.
We've got Wayne. Nice to see you, Wayne. Hope you're doing well. We've got Bat Dan. Nice to see you, Bat Dan. Always a pleasure to see you, bud. And we've got Joshy Boy Toys. Thank you very much for joining. We've got Jack. Nice to see you, Jack. Hope you're doing well as well, bud. We've got Stug138. Thank you very much for watching. We've got James. Good old James. I've set James. Well, it's all your fault, Sorrel, really. B&M bargains has become a bit of an obsession of mine, as you know. I've sent James on a bit of a one as well. So he's been to, was it 3 B&Ms today, James? I think he said 3 to us, looking for those McFarlane figures. And he's managed to get the 2 he wanted. So good stuff. Nice. Worth checking out those guys if you haven't seen them. They're well worth the money. As Chris Bell isn't here, hashtag G-Spot. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate that. We've got Fuzzy of the Dunlop. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It really is beautiful to see Peter adopt Sorrel, even at such an advanced age. Bless that man. And I like to spread the love, Fuzzy. I like to spread the love.
Just a little FYI for everybody. Peter messaged me on Father's Day, offended that he didn't get any kind of
you're damn right.
greasing card or anything. And that's real.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Where's me card? Where's me chocolates? I take Toblerones. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we've got Shelley. Nice to see. Shelley, are you back now from the States?
No,
Shelley's
she's still there. She's been messaging me all day from Universal, sending me photos from all the rides and stuff. I'm like, stop it. It's making me jealous.
We'll have to show them on one of the shows, and so we'll have to show, if Shelley's up for it, because I'm desperate to get there. I cannot wait. Maybe it's next year or the year after. It looks incredible. Thank you for joining, Shelley. Very, very jealous. Very jealous. Wayne is Efren in his dungeon. Yeah. We've got Sean. Nice to see you, Sean. Hope you are well. Oh, God, here we go. Efren, how old were you at 85?
Man, I was in my prime. I was 26 years old and kicking ass in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Good. Efren, I have to say, I'm loving this kind of sports commentator look you've got going on here. I think we need to do this on all the shows from now on. It's very cool. It's very cool. We've got Kenneth. Nice to see you, Kenneth. I hope you're doing well. Will Sorrel be ginger next week as Peter is his hero? I'm not even ginger anymore, mate. We've got Phil. Nice to see you, Phil. I was born in 86, so I missed out on this year. Comforting to know it's the year my parents... Oh,
jeez.
Wow, Phil, thanks. Nice. What a vision. What a vision. We've got Luke. Nice to see you, Luke. Hello, everyone. The year of my birth. Hopefully a good year. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. As Sora loves his dolls, he needs the pilot blow-up doll from Airplane behind him. I've got one of them. Yeah. We've got James saying 4 B&Ms he ended up going to.
Wow.
Bloody hell, James. Wowzers. We've got Andrew. Nice to see you, Andrew. I'm supposed to be sorting comics, but instead I'll watch you guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the correct thing to do, Andrew. Appreciate that. Is Ephraim practicing for American Idol? Yeah. We've got SM. Nice to see you. Is Peter's the next bombshell to hit Love Island? Yeah, absolutely. They've asked us many a time. We've got Adil. Nice to see you. Adil, let us know. Did your comics turn up, mate? I hope your comics got there, because I think they should have arrived this week. We've got Peter and Comic Arts. We did a cracking show on Saturday night where myself, Ephraim, Rob, and Jason. Really, really good fun. Really good fun. We'll have to do that one again, I think. And Jason, check out his channel. He's got some incredible stuff. I do apologise. I always get your name wrong. Ephraim might help us out. Tulila? Tulai?
I pronounce it Tulia.
Tulia. I'm
Cagnoni.
gonna go with Tulia. I like that. Nice to say. I hope you are doing well. James, Peter on Love Island has my vote. Absolutely. Phil, as long as you don't call him daddy. Yeah. We've got Andy. Nice to see you, Andy. Hope you're doing well. And we've got Fuzzy saying shilling for B&M. I should be on sponsorship or something. Absolutely should. We've got my pal Rogue One Photography. Please do check out his site for some incredible figure photography, in particular Star Wars stuff. Well worth looking at. Right. Wow. I think we've got through everybody. Okie dokie, ladies and gents. Let's. Oh no, we've got another one. Samurai Media Mainframe Global finally here.
And
I
Jack
think
Rowlands
this might.
as well.
Sorry, mate.
And Jack Rowlands as well.
Jack
as well.
and Jack. Nice to see you, Jack.
Well done.
Nice to see you, bud. Samurai, I think this might be your first time watching live, I think. Yeah, it is. So welcome. Do appreciate you jumping
And
on.
you get a free book from Peter if it is.
Oh, Sean's just joined
Boom.
the channel. Thank you so much, Sean. Really, really do appreciate that, bud. It is massively appreciated. Thank you. Bit of a change to membership, guys. I should just mention, been having a chat with my think tank, Fuzzy Dunlop, and basically I've come up with a bit of a plan to reward members. So on my monthly giveaway, you will be getting 7 comics, and if you win on the giveaways during the week, you get an additional 2 on top of the 5. So just to try and repay members a little bit for that. So thank you for joining, Sean. Do appreciate that, bud. I'm feeling some fuzzy fun facts coming in. Good stuff. We'll like a fuzzy fun fact.
Why did I read MJX's comment in like the Kermit the Frog voice? Tonight's episode was brought to you by B&M. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Phil saying Sean's a G-spot. Sean's got an incredible G-spot. Adele, have you played D&D? Now, I am a bit of a D&D nerd, Adele. I used to play a lot when I was younger, if you mean the kind of the role-playing game where you sit around and you all kind of make up stories and you all get different characters. I used to do a lot of that. I loved it. I also play a bit of Warhammer as well. Because you're a muppet.
Thanks, Fuzzy.
Right. Let's go. Let's crack on. We've got 1985 to talk about tonight, guys. A lot of very good stuff. If you've not watched this show before, this is a show where we'll pick a year and we'll talk all about some of the big geeky happenings that went on. We're going to touch on some of our favourite movies that happened that year, what happened in comic books, in gaming, TV, toys, and just for shits and giggles, a little bit about food at the end of the show. So we will kick things off with movies. Now, chaps, I always ask the same question, and I'm sure some of you have done some research. What was the highest grossing movie of 1985?
Just judging from the title, it has to be Back to the Future. I'd imagine like, that was a sensation.
Absolutely. Back to the Future. Yeah, Back to the Future came out. What do you think it made? Any idea? Well, sorry, grossed.
370, 380, something like that.
210 million.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, back then, that's a hell of a lot of money. Now, I know you guys are Back to the Future fans. Ephraim, it's one of your personal favourites, I believe. Tell us a little bit about Back to the Future, mate, why you like it.
Oh my gosh, when Back to the Future came out in 1985, I just love this movie from the very beginning. I mean, it's with Michael J. Fox and I forgot the actor's name,
Lloyd. Is it Lloyd?
Christopher Lloyd. It was just a fantastic movie. I'm always been into time travel, going back to the past. I go, gosh, if I could go back into the past, it would be like the 1960s, and I would pick up all these freaking Marvel books, you know. But this movie was just a classic, and I just loved it from the very beginning. I watch it. I still watch it every now and then. I think this movie still holds up, you know, present day. It's just very entertaining movie.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I mean, the three of were me, you, and James obviously went to see Back to the Future the musical as well, which was great fun as well. James, tell a little bit about that, mate.
Oh, it was amazing. Like, so I the movie itself, it's one of those where I don't remember sitting and watching the entire thing, but I know I've seen at least in chunks the whole movie. But I thought the musical was phenomenal. Like, even just from the opening song, like "Rock My Future," you know, I was just in there. Like, the production value was incredible. Cast was really great. Like, I think the doc was phenomenal in it. Just very funny. I think I had like the right charm and tone that the movie does, and yeah, some of the effects in it. Particularly, there's like an effect with the car at the end. And all the effects with the car, like there was bits where when it's driving and there's kind of a projector in the background and stuff. It was really amazing. So yeah, I absolutely love that one.
It's a cracker. Sorrel, are you a fan of Back to the Future?
Yeah, I prefer the second one to the first one.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Which is the best film? Because we've got lots of
one.
people in the chat here saying the third one.
Oh, I do like the second one. I think the second one. It's because it's that little bit later on as well, and obviously it was you know, projecting the future rather than going back to the past. You know what I mean? It was more interesting to me as a kid.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get back to Michael J. Fox in a little while because he had another film out this year, which was, you know, just obscene. Terry's just done some quick math for there. That gross works out at 628 now, which is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. The DeLorean, one of those classic vehicles now, I think. It's just recognizable all over. And Anton saying, I have a friend who I also have a friend who met this and gave me his autograph, including from Back to the Future, free, where everybody's a cowboy. Yeah. I like the third one, actually. I really like the third one. Anton was saying earlier on he actually met Christopher Lloyd. That would be incredible. I love Christopher Lloyd. Okay, guys. Another geek kind of Nirvana movie. What do you think it is? This year had some classic films. I'll give you a clue. It was something that kids used to shout at me in the yard all the time.
Run, Fat Boy, Run was
Truffle
later,
Shuffle.
I thought, you know, like so.
Truffle Shuffle. Have you ever done a Truffle Shuffle? James does it. Just
Do the Truffle Shuffle.
James
I would,
does it.
If I've ever attempted it, I haven't.
James does it when he wakes up every morning, so you know.
No, Fuzzy, that's not what the shout. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Yeah, no, so we have got Goonies, an absolute classic of a film. But this is a one where they're all at it. I've opened myself up. Yeah, haven't I? I should have just kept quiet. This is another one of those films, though, where I remember loving it, but I've probably not watched this for 10, 15 years.
I've never seen it.
Never
Still
seen
not
it
seen
either.
it?
I've never seen Goonies.
Oh my gosh, this is right up your alley, guys. God.
I'm sure I would love it.
Oh yes.
I never sat down to watch it. Like,
I mean, it's one of those classic ones, absolutely classic ones, and apparently they're making a sequel. So
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, it's honestly worth checking out, guys, if you haven't seen it. Sean's just saying they're making a sequel, praying they don't go through with it. Yeah, I don't think it needs.
No, I don't need one.
It doesn't need a sequel. Anton, Short Brown's second movie. Yeah, absolutely. Guy who's in Indiana Jones, obviously. Goonies is another good movie, and there's going to be a sequel in the works. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the sequel to it, but classic film. I think we'll have to watch it, guys, for a review show or something, because I'm keen to see if it still stands up. Be interested to see if it's still as good as I remember.
be up for that.
Phil, same. I'm afraid to watch Goonies again. I don't want to ruin it. That sometimes worries me as well. I got that with Ghostbusters, dare I say. I like the kid discovering the ship with the gold. Yeah, it's just classic. Couldn't watch it. The deformed man creeped me out. Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
He's hey, you guys. Yeah, he's. Yeah, we've got loads and loads of comments here. Sean, Spaceballs is another one that doesn't need a sequel. I was slightly happy with the trailer, mind. I mean, not that you saw much, but it got the kind of the narrative of it through. Yeah, it should be all right, hopefully. James,
Yeah,
85.
baby. Yes.
85. Tell us about this.
My favorite movie of that year, and one that I hadn't watched until we this was an early I'll Be Right Back that we did on One Good Scare, and I absolutely fell in love with this. Like, I thought it was phenomenal. This is Fright Night. Probably my favorite vampire character and one of my favorite villain characters in any movie. Jerry Dandridge, who's like this sexy, just so sexy, just incredibly. The very, very sexy Chris Sarandon plays him marvelously in that. So yeah, basic premise is this Charlie Brewster, this little asshole kid, thinks that his neighbor is a vampire, and he starts kind of getting paranoid and stuff, and nobody believes him, and then it turns out he is, and his girlfriend gets involved and stuff, and it's a very fun, very, very 80s movie. If anyone who hasn't seen it, I'd just strongly recommend. I think it's probably one of, if not the greatest vampire films ever made.
Sorrel, have you seen this one?
Fright Night, yeah, I've seen Fright Night. It's a good movie. I like it.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's the best vampire movie of all time, though, James. That's a strong.
It's my favorite, certainly. I've never been huge about vampires, but it's one of the best. I would say it's up there.
More than Lost Boys. You prefer this to Lost Boys?
I think this is better than Lost Boys.
Oh, no way. No way.
I'm with Ephraim.
Yeah. Have you seen this one, Ephraim?
Oh, yeah, I seen it off of your recommendation. I seen it about a year ago, and I finally got to see it. I thought it was quite enjoyable, for a 1980s flick, so to speak. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good, but Lost Boys is way better.
I mean, you're wrong. You're wrong. Just purely for Roddy McDowall. Do you know, Roddy McDowall is just incredible in this movie. Lots of people I disagree. Watch him out. Best vampire movie of all time. Hell no. Better than Twilight. Behave, Keegers. Von Hoot is saying, excuse me, it's a masterpiece. The dance scene is one of the greatest scenes in film history. I love the dance scene. Absolutely love it. We went back and watched for One Good Scare Show. We watched Fright Night 2, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was great.
Wouldn't advise it. Advise it.
Pretty big step
But yeah.
down.
Oh, Phil. Dusk Till Dawn. Dusk Till Dawn is
up there as well.
a good film. I do like
Great
it.
movie.
Howard and Sorrel, what is the best vampire movie of all time?
Lost Boys.
I mean, it is good.
Mate,
I'll give you
I
that.
stylized my hair for years off of David. I wanted to be him so bad. I even bought a leather jacket as a kid and everything.
Wow.
I wanted to be a Lost Boy.
I agree with Sorrel. The humor in that movie was hilarious. I mean, the little brother and his best friend, they were just, it was a classic. I think it was a great movie.
It is a great movie. I will give you it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Cat Comics, absolutely agree, Fuzzy. Lost Boys for 30 Days of Night is very, very good. Very good. I like that. Sorrel, it gets a bit complicated because there are a few different versions. There is obviously Fright Night, the remake, which is actually quite good with David Tennant. Then there's Fright Night 2, and then there's another Fright Night 2, I think.
There's a Fright Night, a sequel to the remake, I think. But it's a direct-to-DVD thing.
And it was like about it was like a college teacher or something.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
it was a weird one.
And they recast everybody. Like, it was I think Charlie's in it, but it's a different actor. It's not Anton Yelchin, and it's just like, why did you make this? And it's super focused on how sexy the lead vampire chick is in it.
Yeah.
Where, like, that's a nice bonus, but when the thing is good, but when that's all you have going for you,
Interview with a Vampire, very, very good.
great
Yeah, I
movie.
do like that. Underworld, superb as well.
Blade.
Blade, I would go for Blade 2 over Blade, mind, I have to say. I prefer Blade 2. Hammer's Dracula, yeah.
What did you guys think of Sinners? Did you guys see it?
I loved Sinners.
I love Sinners.
Yeah.
I
Loved
thought it was
Sinners.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched it. It was really good.
It's up there.
Apparently they're talking about a sequel. Oh, you've just
Yeah.
seen it, Efren, have you?
Yeah, I just seen it yesterday. So,
Very good. Did you stay till the very end? Did you see the scenes at the end?
yes,
in the
I
bar?
did. Yeah. I like the bar scene. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Interviews at a cack. Fighting.
Ding ding, round one, Von Hoot. Interview is awesome, man.
Salem's Lot, very, very good. Blade 2, yep, me and you, one mind Fuzzy.
If you go back and look at the cast listing for Interview with the Vampire now, it's insane. It's an all-star cast.
Again, it's a long time since I've seen that to go back. Ari, you enjoyed that as well, mate. I enjoyed Last Voyage of the Dementor.
Still haven't seen it.
You've still not seen it?
No,
Oh, it's on
Didn't watch it yet. What's on?
Amazon, I think it was.
Amazon free, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
That watch.
Very cool. Okie dokie. Right, guys. Couple more movies to mention. We had some interesting films this year. We had Michael J. Fox as Teen Wolf. Please tell us you've seen Teen Wolf.
I've seen Teen Wolf.
I've seen Teen Wolf. Yes.
I've seen it.
Teen Wolf. I mean, what a year for Michael J. Fox. A great film. Just a wild, wild movie. Absolutely loved that one. House is an interesting horror. Now, I've got recollection of seeing that back in the day, but I can't remember much about it other than a dead Vietnam soldier guy coming into the haunted house kind of thing. Have any of you guys seen it?
I've never even heard of this. I don't know what it is.
Well,
There's like
about
4 of them.
Yeah,
movies,
there's
isn't
about
there?
5 or 6 of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure the guy from Cheers is in it. One of the guys from Cheers. Can't remember his name. The one with the mustache. That helped.
Yeah.
John
Ryan Speaks
Ratzenberger?
Geek, who did me.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan Speaks Geek, who did the horror show with me for a while. His House is his favorite franchise in horror of all time.
See, I
He's
want to
obsessed
go
with
back and watch it, mate, because I remember loving House. Where it must be not scary horror. Do you know what I mean? It must be
I think it was
typical
more
80s
like silly horror, I think,
Yeah. I seem to remember them sticking a hand grenade in the Vietnam soldier's stomach or something at some point. But yeah, I want to go back and rewatch that. We've then got Return to Oz, which scared the living shit out of me.
Pure nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
That movie is.
I
The
don't know
guys
what
on
they're
the
thinking.
wheels, on the bike kind of things. It's just, what is this? Like, it's so
just
scary. It's
just
so
terrifying, just absolutely terrifying. Really, have you seen that one, Efren?
No, I never saw it. No.
I mean, it's a sequel to Wizard of Oz, and it is a good story, but I don't know, it kind of leans into. I mean, even if you look at the scarecrow there, it's quite disturbing. It's scary rather than friendly. You know,
It has a creep factor that I think like the original movie doesn't have.
Yeah.
But maybe the books do have. But
Yeah, it was more based on the book rather than the original
Yes.
Wizard of Oz. It was the book, wasn't it?
I did like it, mate. I have to say, I liked it, but it freaked us out a little bit as a young man. A film I spent a lot of time with was Weird Science. You guys seen Weird Science?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Less about that.
Enjoyed that film as a young man. I mean, a very odd, strange film, but wow, yeah, well worth watching. And then a personal favourite that I've watched relatively recently again is Clue. Have you guys all seen Clue?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, never saw it.
I think you would like this one, Efren. It's based on Cluedo, and it's just got a fantastic casting. And it's got, at the end, there's about 4 different endings, I think.
That's what I was gonna say. I love the idea of you go to the cinema, and it could be one of 5 different endings.
Yeah.
Like, I just love that idea so much. Of like, you watch the movie, you don't know what you're gonna get. You know, that's so amazing. That's such an amazing idea. I wish more things did that.
Yeah, me too. It's a comedy whodunit, Efren. But, oh man, what do you call him? Who played it?
Curry?
Tim Curry. Tim Curry's in it, and he's just absolutely phenomenal in it. Well, the entire cast are very good. So yeah, some great movies. Really good movies. Just going to quickly jump to the chat before we move on. Any other films you want to mention from '85 that you remember?
The Care Bears movie. Sesame Street, follow that bird. The Black Cauldron.
I see. Was Black Cauldron '85?
Black Cauldron was 85, yeah.
I love that.
Great
Love that.
movie.
Yeah, very cool. Wayne is saying House is awesome. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. We're gonna have to watch that one. Teen Wolf's a classic. Clue is superb. House is very enjoyable, mixed bag, fantastic special effects. Return to Oz, oddly dark. Watched Clue the other night. It's still so funny. It is. It's a great one. It's an absolute great one. Fuzzy likes Doctor House. I love Doctor House as well. I missed that show. Did you sneak into the cinema, Peter? You were only 8. This was back in the day, Terry, when, I mean, you're allowed to, when basically, you know, your parents would go to the pub and they would come back with a bag full of videos that someone had recorded from somewhere. So you watched all these films, never knowing what the film was. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there was any thought process went into what films you got. It was just a pile of VHS or Betamax movies. So I'll have watched it then because my dad used to constantly bring back Friday nights were film night. It's when he got paid, so he always used to get sweets and a film at home.
Nice.
So yeah, never saw it at the cinema. Excuse me, sorry. I'm a big fan of Return to Oz because it's actually a more direct sequel to the book. Yeah, that is true, Anton. Reanimator. was in 85.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think I've seen any of those, you know.
No, I haven't, but I love the aesthetic of it, and I have to sit and watch them. Yeah, eventually.
Fuzzy fact time, guys. 1985 most popular TV show in the year was The Cosby Show. This was pre so okay not to mention. Yeah, he went downhill, didn't he? Weird Science speaks to me. It speaks to me as well. It does things to us. 85 brought us the greatest Santa movie of all time. The Santa Claus?
No, Santa Claus the movie.
No.
It's called
Santa Claus the movie.
That's a different one.
The original one.
They call Cluedo in America, Efren.
Yeah.
Ghoulies is a very cool film. I like that one as well. Jewel in the Nile, yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, like Jewel
Breakfast
in the Nile.
Club?
I don't think I've ever seen The Breakfast Club.
Have you not? Oh, it's classic. Yeah, I love that one. A couple of other horror ones like Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is in there.
Yeah, Freddy's
Friday the 13th,
Revenge.
5. You know, so an interesting one. Interesting year for horror.
Lots of good films.
The Black Cauldron almost single-handedly destroyed Disney, didn't it, as well, with John Bluth, and because he separated from he was unhappy with the end result of his movie, and he basically took half of the animators with him, and he founded a new studio.
It's a cracking film, but I enjoyed The Black Cauldron. It's one of
great film.
my favourite ones. Okay, guys, toys. Let's talk a little bit about action figures and toys that were out this year. As ever, any idea what the biggest selling toy was in 85?
Is it He-Man?
It's not. It's not. It
Thundercats.
is Teddy Ruxpin.
What's that?
Teddy freaking
Never seen that.
Efren,
Never
this
seen Teddy
feels,
Ruxpin.
Efren, this feels like an American thing. What's a Teddy Ruxpin?
I know I heard of it, but it's to me it was just a stuffed animal. I'm not sure if he even talked or what, but yeah, it was big back in the day. But I have no idea what
It read stories.
pertained
I
to.
think you put tapes in it, and it kind
Okay.
of read you a bedtime story. I just want to say, guys, I did some googling, obviously, to find out a little bit about this and all the rest of it. Look at the advert that they've got. How happy does that kid look? Do you know what I mean? That's a kid who's thinking this is Chucky or this is some kind of satanic possessed teddy bear.
Mate, its mouth moved. It was terrifying. It was a little animatronic. Do you never have one? I had one as a
I
kid.
don't think I had one.
It looks
No.
like
So-
it should be in a case in the Warrens
Yeah.
Museum or something.
The
like-
funny part was you could put any cassette in there. You didn't have to play like the Three Little Bears. You could change it to Black Sabbath and make the bear speak satanic
And
verses.
did it move or anything to do a little?
No, not that I remember, but its mouth moved up and down. So if you put a CD, like a proper
can
cassette
sing
in there, like
along,
Queen, it would sort of just move its mouth up and down, but it looks hilarious.
So no, not a figure I had. Interestingly though, 85 is kind of my year for cartoons. We'll get to that in a bit, and toys. Excuse me. Loads of great stuff out in 85. Wuzzles, I remember them. I don't think I owned a Wuzzle teddy bear, but I certainly remember having them. She-Ra kind of came to the front. Just recently, God, I sound like a real weirdo. Recently just picked up a She-Ra, a vintage figure. Very, very nice figures. And well, I can never guess with Sorrel. I'm presuming you guys didn't have any of these, or?
I had a She-Ra.
Of course you... well, I've got a She-Ra. Now. I didn't have one back in the day, I don't think.
I didn't have a
you had any
Woozle
of
though,
these?
you'd be glad to hear.
Yeah.
No, I mean, actually, I was 26 years old. I didn't know these things were around back then. You know, I was strictly, as usual, into comic books back then
Yeah.
in 86, 85.
So, as usual, guys, I've had a quick look in some of the catalogues of the time. He-Man was big, some incredible figures and play sets out there. This is when the Horde kind of came to the forefront. I'm sure I had that tree play set. Interesting was,
cool. I
yeah,
like
we
that.
saw
They
that
stuck their hand in
recently on the He-Man Revelations series. There were some flashbacks to that exact play set with Hordak when he transforms oh God, what's Skeletor called before he becomes Skeletor? Is it Cordor or something? Kaldor. He transforms Kaldor to Skeletor on that playset, and they really did a great job of it. Grislaw, Leech, and Hordak there. Again, I've picked up all of those. So great figures. Well worth picking up. And then in the Argos catalogue, this is the year of Transformers and Zoids. Look at them. Absolutely beautiful
Look at those
figures.
prices.
I know, the prices are just, it makes your heart break, do you know what I mean? Megatron's an interesting one, because that one didn't last very long. They were taken I think out because they weren't allowed the resemblance to a gun. So he's very hard to get these days. I've got a vintage one, but you've got to be careful showing it off and whatnot. Brilliant Optimus Prime, obviously, and a Jetfire. I haven't got a Jetfire. And then we've got the absolutely superb Dinobots and Soundwave. This is my wheelhouse right here, guys. Zoids. Do you guys ever get a Zoid?
No. Never had a Zoid.
Efren, do you ever get a Zoid?
I never even heard of it.
Zoids, incredible toys. I bought a one recently and nearly cried because the basically it's a bit like Meccano, I guess. You've got to build it, and it's got wheels and cogs and things. And you've got to stick. Absolute nightmare to build. My fat fingers couldn't cope at all. But yeah, absolutely love these figures. I mean, that's just, imagine Christmas, man, when you're getting the catalogue leading up to Christmas and you're going through it, marking off which ones you want. You know what I mean? My entire page was just ticks. Absolutely stunning stuff. A couple of people in the chat. Oh, we've got Darth Lopez. I think it might be your first time on the channel, Darth. Nice to see you. Me and Sir Alex were having tea at Old Trafford talking about near dark, underrated vampire movies. Yeah, some cracking vampire movies. Wayne, these figures have more muscle than the new He-Man. Yeah. Check out my video on that. G.I. Joe for life. G.I. Joe, interesting one. We're going to show you an image of G.I. Joe in a second, Darth, but it was called Action Force over here for some reason. We renamed it Action Force, and we didn't get the same G.I. Joe figures as you guys had for a couple of years, really. Wayne, I had all of these Transformers, and Anton is saying Fright Zone. That's right. The Fright Zone is the He-Man thing. So yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. Okie dokie. Right, next page, guys. That's me on a bike. Look at that. That's from the catalogue. That's from Sectors. You guys familiar with the Sectors figures?
It was never a line I had, Sectors.
Yeah, really, really cool. You got kind of hand puppets with giant spiders and things on the back of them. Really like them. We've got the A-Team figures. A lot of Star Wars stuff. And then down the bottom corner there, that's our version of Action Force, which was kind of predating G.I. Joe. So yeah, lots of great figures. Any toys from your childhood, guys? Sorrel and James, you guys weren't born yet, but is there any of those figures that you would go back and collect? I mean, James, have you got any vintage Star Wars?
No, no. The oldest Star Wars figures I had, I don't really have any toys from when I was a kid anymore. The oldest one I had was like the Revenge of the Sith figures. I had no at the time. I remember when Phantom Menace came out, I was all over that shit. I had that fucking Jar Jar lollipop, where you sucked on his tongue and stuff. But no, none of the original. None of the original. I always see it at Comic Cons in the plastic bags and stuff, but I never really thought to go get it.
Yeah, those A-Team figures. Someone's just saying in the comment of variable. I saw a lot of those at the toy convention I was at on Sunday. Sorry, really nice figures. Really nice. True story. I think I've told you guys this one before, but I went to Blackpool for a Star Trek convention when I was younger, and I ended up getting drunk in the bar with Dwight Schultz, the guy who plays Moon.
Oh, I remember you telling us that.
Yeah. Interesting times, but yeah, it was good. Darth, not my first time here. I'm subscribing on his original account. He's 48. I'm 48 as well, mate. So yeah, this is absolutely my wheelhouse.
Are you only 48?
Get stuffed.
That's mean.
Hey, you prick, honestly. Anyway, let's talk about comic books, guys. Have you done any research for the show? Do you know of any comic events or first appearances that happened in '85 that you want to mention?
That wasn't during Secret Wars era, was it?
No, Secret
No.
Wars. Yeah.
Well, Secret Wars 2 wasn't it?
Yeah,
in
Secret Wars 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Secret Wars 2, and then Crisis on Infinite Earth as well, wasn't it?
Boom.
Yeah.
Bit of Crisis. Love. I mean, this is obviously not the original cover. This is the absolutely phenomenal Alex Ross image of Crisis. Crisis, big maxi event from DC, notable for killing off a whole host of their universes and killing off a couple of main characters. You guys know which two main characters or a couple of main characters got killed?
Supergirl and Barry Allen.
Yeah,
in Crisis.
Supergirl. Yeah, absolutely. Great comic covers if you can get those two and standalone single issues. And it's had Oh God, it's Phil again with B.A. Brackets. B.A. Brackets went to his gym. Yeah, no, he didn't, Phil. He didn't, mate. He didn't. Yeah,
And did he
great
say?
books.
And did he say, "I pity the fool who uses
Yeah, I
the,
pity the fool.
the squat rack"?
I had my mates at university got me one of those, you know, those little control things you get where you press it and it's got voices on it. I had a Mr. T one of those, and it was yeah, it was incredible, absolutely incredible. So yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths. You guys read it?
Yes.
No.
I did read it back in the day. I loved it when it came out. And the death of Supergirl, that was so well drawn, and the writing on it also. Superman was beaten basically, and Supergirl stepped up to a point. But she got killed, and Barry Allen. Somebody posted that Wonder Woman died there too. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, so the original Wonder Woman died. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't remember that at all.
yeah, because you've got to remember there's lots of different versions of the characters. So you had 2 or 3 different Supermen and things like that.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, class, lovely story. Phil Sorrell is fully bought into comics now. He knows his stuff.
I've always been to comic books. Where do
Absolutely.
people get this from? I've always.
So, Rel, don't you keep your comic books in a binder? You said, right?
Leave me alone. Me and my binder are quite happy, thank you.
I still have nightmares about the time Sorrell showed all his comic books. It's
Yeah.
scary stuff. So yeah, so we had Crisis, which is obviously an absolutely amazing maxi series, and still has got repercussions now.
Yeah.
We also had this. You guys familiar with this story by Alan Moore? This is possibly my favourite Superman story
Nope.
of all time.
No.
So this is in Superman Annual. This is For the Man Who Has Everything, written by Alan Moore. It's been done multiple times in animated format. They did an episode on Justice League International of this, and it's just as good as the comic, actually. It's a really, really amazing story where basically Batman, Robin, and Wonder Woman go to the Fortress of Solitude to give Superman a birthday present because it's his birthday. And when they get there, they find him with this thing strapped to his chest. And basically what it does is it puts you into a trance and you relive your happiest kind of life. So Superman's living a life where he's on Krypton and he's got children and he's married and he's happy and all this kind of stuff. And then at the end, basically, they free him from it and he just goes wild against this big character Mongol. And it's just one of the best Superman stories you'll see. Some phenomenal fighting in it as well. Well worth reading, but well worth if you cannot be chewed with getting the book. Well worth getting the Justice League. I'm sure it's Justice League International did an episode of it because it's great. It's great. Yeah, well worth reading. I like that one a lot. Wayne saying this got me into comics. This in the end of Secret Wars. Anton, she dies in the last issue. Short of the side, yeah. Bat Dan is saying, big DC fan, loved Crisis when it came out and reread it recently. It wasn't sure it held up. I think a lot of them do that, Dan. That's the danger, isn't it? And Anton, For the Man Who Has Everything, Alan Moore story, yeah. Stunning Alan Moore tale. Okay, chaps, I'm going to test yous now on some first appearances, all right? So, we've got Green Lantern 188. Again, a story by Alan Moore. Introduced one of my favourite Green Lanterns. Any idea who? I'll give you a clue. It's canny size. No, so this is the issue that introduces Mogo, the planet, the Green Lantern planet. So it's an entire planet.
Never
That's a
heard of that
Green
character.
Lantern. You what?
I don't know that character. I've never heard
Yeah,
of him.
great
Whole
story.
planet's funny.
So the tale's called, I think it's called Mogo Doesn't Socialise or something. But absolutely stunning little series. Little issue. He's been in lots of Green Lantern issues since then. But like I say, it's an entire planet. And when you see it from space, the tree line forms the ring around it. It was really cool. We've then got Raphael, number 1. Any idea who first appeared in that one?
Casey Jones?
Casey Jones,
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
Casey
Yeah.
Jones. Yeah, you fans of Casey Jones?
No.
No, not really.
Me neither. I never got the
Unnecessary
excitement for him.
character. Yeah.
Yeah, never really got the excitement for him. I don't know why. And I've gone back recently and reread some of these Turtle books, and I know, James, you've done the same. Just going to alienate a good chunk of the audience. Dog shit. Just didn't
No,
like
I
them
think
at
they have
all.
a charm to them. I enjoyed. I read the first, I think, 20 issues or something like that, and there were some weird crossovers. There was the Aardvark, the Aardvark,
Yeah,
or
Cerberus.
whatever.
Yeah.
That was Cerberus. Yeah, that was a weird one. It's like I think doing crossovers with the tone of this crossover stuff was an odd choice, but I enjoyed them. I thought they were fun.
Not for me. We've then got Long Shot, issue number 1, first appearance of Long Shot, first appearance of Spiral. Mojo appears in issue 3. So yeah, a nice key X-Men book. That one's quite cheap and easy to get. If you see it on the shelves, worth picking up.
Long Shot didn't show up in an earlier X-Men comic book.
So I thought he did, but this is listed as your official first appearance.
Okay.
I think it's one of those Wolverine things, Efren, where he appeared and there was a date issue or something like that. But yeah, we've got Chris. Okay. Nice to see you, Chris. Working late sucks arse. Indeed it does. Phil, Born Again was 85. Classic. An absolute classic story. Couple more first appearances. We've got Swamp Thing. You know that one, yeah?
Constantine.
Yeah, John Constantine. We then got New Mutants 26. Again, listed as first appearance, but he makes a substantial appearance in 25. But that's a first appearance of Legion, Charles Xavier's son, and the guy who led the charge with Age of Apocalypse. And then X-Men 193, first comic book appearance in continuity of one of my favourite characters. Any idea who that was?
Are they X-Men in this series?
I don't know if there have been an X-Men, to be honest. Efren, they've been in other teams. They're on the cover.
Firestar.
Yeah, Firestar.
Okay.
I don't know if Firestar was ever down as an X-Men. She's been an Avenger.
She's an X-Men in continuity right now, yeah.
Is she? Okay. Made her first appearance, obviously, in the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon, Spider-Man from His Amazing Friends. Was created for that show, I believe. But this is her first appearance. Not a first appearance I've actually got. So yeah, going to try and get that one, I think. Speaking of sucking arse, here's the X-Men. They suck balls too. They do at the moment, Phil. They do at the moment. I can't be chewed with the current books. So yeah, that's all the stuff that happened in comic books. We've got DC Kayla. I'm thankful for this podcast. It gets my mind off awful American politics. It does. It does. Dick a licking. Got it now. Yeah, Dick a licking. Firestar, absolutely, Anton. Yeah. Took us a while to get there, but yeah, Dick a licking, absolutely. Okie dokie, guys. Quick intermission for those of you watching at home. Please do, if you want to win some comics, stick hashtag 1985 in the chat and we'll pull some comics. We've got 27 people watching. Thank you so much, everybody. Do appreciate you stopping by just whilst we're doing the intermission. Chaps, anything coming up on your respective channels you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm going to have this week. Obviously, we got some more of those comic packs from B&M that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to finally get into the new McFarlane Superman this week.
Nice. Hard to
Really
get a hold of
excited for
still, apparently. HMV, I think, had a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of HMVs today and they all had them in, so they didn't have a gold label there.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I got that.
Nice. Very cool. Efren, what about yourself?
We're about 35 days away from San Diego Comic-Con, so it's going to be ramping up on my channel. I'll probably be posting, snippets of all the toys and merchandise they're going to be selling, throughout for the next 4 weeks. Peter and I would probably next month we're going to do our monthly advanced orders, which is like one of my favorite shows to do with Peter. And anything I may do up on comics too with my cousin Momo Comics. We do that on a Sunday. I got to make sure I coordinate with Peter and Sorrel because we got to make sure we don't do it on the same day, So, but just having fun on YouTube with you guys, it's always a blast.
Good stuff. And James, anything from you?
Yeah, we had One Good Sky Live on Friday gone, so we talked about all the news. New Resident Evil was announced. We did some movie reviews, Clown McCornfield we talked about, and Dangerous Animals and a couple other things. So, yeah, so that was the live show, and then I'm still having editing software issues, so hoping to get that resolved soon, and we'll have more edited stuff then.
Good stuff. Right, guys, we're going to draw the comics in a little while, but in the meantime, let's crack on. Just to mention, we have got my membership program up, so if you're interested in joining that, please do have a little look-see and have a little look and see if you fancy joining that. It does help. Okay, TV, Jesus. TV was the year for all kinds of stunning stuff. Wrong hashtag, mate. Wrong hashtag. Nice try. Yeah. Nice try, bud. So yeah, it was the year for cartoons for me on television, guys. Some classic series. We're gonna start off with probably one of my favorite all-time ones, which is of course the Thundercats. Now, you guys aren't that familiar with Thundercats, are you?
Not really.
I am.
can
No.
name
I am.
2 characters probably. I know is it Marf or Arf, the little cat thing?
You feel straight away, James.
Snarf.
Morph. Bloody Morph. What the hell's a
is it?
Morph?
Marf.
Snarf. 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 Snarf.
Snarf. Yeah. And I know the villain is. Do you know what? I said that so confidently, and now I can't remember what the villain's name is because I know you mentioned whenever there's a figure or whatever of him. The villain looked cool. But I don't know the main. Yeah, the bad guy. What's his name?
Mumra.
Mumra. Yeah, he's cool. I don't know who. Is it Leo or something? The main guy. What's his name?
You need to just shut up now, James.
Yeah.
Let's just stop. Just stop.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're butchering me childhood. It's like you're shitting all over my life. Just give up. So, Sorrel, save word. You know a little bit about Thundercats.
Thundercats. Ho!
Exactly. Yeah, so absolutely classic. Efren, are you a Thundercat fan?
I'm just looking at this guy's T-shirt in the middle. Why does he have a hole in the middle of his tank top? You know, just to show off his abs, or
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how my tank tops are. Yours not like that?
no, not at all. I don't know. I've never got into Thundercats at all.
God, these are
Never,
shocking.
never
These are
want to either.
These are shocking. Phil, thank you so much. Phil's just joined and became a member. Thank you, Phil. I do appreciate that.
What was it? Hasn't he been friends with you for decades, and he's now just a member?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm happy to see him join. You'll get a mug. Thank you.
This is
for
a member to the paid membership, gotcha.
paid membership.
I want a
paid
mug,
membership.
Peter. By the way, too. You know, so just hint,
I
hint.
was about to. I want a mug too, man.
Yeah.
Members only. I've got to keep them exclusive for the gang.
Okay, so we
Keep
just
them-
do this shit for free, man. We're here all the time, like.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Bullshit.
Absolutely.
Bullshit.
Right. So Thundercats, 4 seasons, 130 episodes, a movie, Thundercat Ho, the movie, animated movie, which is absolutely tremendous, and then 2 revivals: Thundercats 2011, which had 26 episodes, and Thundercats Raw, which was dog shit, and I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, Thundercats is one of my all-time favourite properties. Absolutely love it.
I wish they do like a Revelation style thing.
I think it's coming. I think the
hope so,
success
yeah,
of
it'll be
He-Man, I
awesome.
think
It'll
it's
be
going to
Movie
come.
or something.
Uh,
And then there's a live action movie. Someone was hired to direct it and everything, wasn't there?
Yeah, they've been talking about it for a while, but it's kind of hit and miss. But I think it'll come. I think if He-Man, if Master of the Universe is a success, I think this will.
It's totally alright.
Crossovers. Then.
The crossover with the comic books, James, is a good one to read. He-Man and Thundercats fighting. It's an awesome book.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, there are some. Do you happen to have a large Thundercats item at all, Peter? I have, Chris. I have. I don't know if I've mentioned it or not, but I happen to own a cat's lair. Yeah. Fuzzy fun fact: 1985 Blockbuster video was introduced to the world.
Oh wow.
Wow.
See, I don't know that I ever used a Blockbuster. It was. Do you remember the Spar shop? I don't know if Spar's still a thing.
Yeah.
We have Spire.
Yeah,
A lot of Spire.
it was the Spar shop, and you used to go and rent your videos from there. So yeah.
I had a
Happy
Choices video. There was Choices videos near me.
We had
China, yeah.
Extra Vision and Chartbusters. Not Blockbusters, Chartbusters.
Okay, so that's Thundercats, one of my favourite all time. In fact, I talk a lot about He-Man on my channel, but I think out of the figures and the toys that I had and watched the most and the cartoons, it's definitely Thundercats was my no Fuzzy. It was definitely Thundercats. That was my
I'll be all
favourite.
over that.
Jesus, Powerpuff coming out.
One thing about the 80s, though, which I love, is the fact that all of the cartoons talk like this.
Yeah.
They're all...
And they had incredible theme tunes as well.
They did.
Absolutely incredible theme. I mean, the Thundercats theme tune is an absolute banger. So yeah, a couple of other cartoons. I'm laughing because when I was looking for the images of this, that's an Ewok at the bottom. Don't know why. It just reminds. Bear in mind, I've met him. It reminds us of Chris Bell. I don't know. It's like Chris has got a little red hood on. That's what it's exactly how he was dressed when I met him at Thought Bubble. So we've got the Ewoks cartoon. I don't remember that much at all. I remember the dodgy live action movies, but I don't think I remember watching the Ewoks cartoon. Any of you guys see that?
It's like the Droids cartoon, isn't it? It was just awful, janky 80s animation.
I remember I watched an episode just out of morbid curiosity a few years ago. I can't remember anything from it really.
It is, Chris. It is. Yeah, yeah. Now, the one above is the Sectors cartoon, as I mentioned earlier. Interestingly, with that, I had the toys, but I don't remember ever seeing the cartoon on TV. I think a lot of these we didn't really see. I think they're like on for one season or whatever, and then if you missed them, you missed them. Jace and the Wheeled Warriors is a very popular one again that I never watched. Any of you guys see Jace?
Never seen that. I didn't know it existed.
No, it's not a one that I know much about at all. Again, I don't know why, because this is the year when I would have been watching cartoons and things, so I'm not quite sure why Jace passed us by. Dungeon Crawler Kev is just saying that the Wheeled Warrior toys were a lot of fun. Chris is saying it was mint. I'll have to dig that one out. Now, one that I was a massive fan of is Mask Mobile. Now, spelling, obviously, this is an American cartoon, so spelling doesn't always, work. Mask stands for Mobile Armored Strike Command. Command spelt with a K, as you do. But incredible cartoon, but even better toy line. If you're into Transformers, this was kind of the best of both worlds. These were vehicles with little action figures. The action figures all had special helmets that gave them special abilities, and then the vehicles transformed. Lovely, lovely toys. I've got some vintage ones, but there's a new line coming out from, is it Sorrel Helpers? Is it their Loyal Subjects? Is that
Loyal Subjects are making them, yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. So great series. Again, this is a property that desperately needs a revival. I think it was Dynamite or Boom had the property for a while and tried to do a comic book, but they didn't seem to do much with it. But yeah, I love Mask figures. If I ever see Mask toys at Toys Fair, that's definitely what I pick up, because they are very smart. I take it none of you guys had any Mask figures.
No, it weren't my thing.
No, very cool, very cool.
How do you mention animation, right, without even the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, the Adventures of the Gummy Bears?
I'm waiting for him. I'm
hoping.
hoping. I'm praying to God there's a slide for goddamn 13 Ghosts, Peter.
There's not.
I swear.
There's not. We don't do shit cartoons. We just do proper cartoons.
Unfucking
We've got She-Ra. We mentioned She-Ra earlier. 2 seasons, 95 episodes. Again, great cartoon series. Which is again kind of spilled on and continued on. Apparently, there's a live action movie. It was announced a couple of years ago, but they've not actually done much with it since the announcement. I know there was a revival cartoon not so long ago, which people seem to love.
The CG, like 3D animation one, wasn't it? Netflix.
Was it CG?
It was on Netflix, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, 3D.
Yeah, yeah, it was Netflix. I know it was very popular. It was very, very popular. So yeah, very cool. There you go, Sorrel. There you go. We've got Care Bears, and we have got the Gummy Bears. Again, Gummy Bears with possibly one of the best theme tunes of all time. Absolutely loved it. I can't tell you anything about Care Bears in terms of the cartoon. I had them. I had the figures. I had the hard figure, and I had the teddy bear, I think.
With the power of love and friendship, anything is possible.
Yeah. I don't remember watching the cartoon. I got the comic. I got the UK comic.
And the movie came out the same year as well.
Yeah.
Care Bears movie.
Wayne saw the Care Bears. Efren, do you remember any of these?
I remember Care Bears and Gummy Bears, but I never, got into them at all, So,
Yeah.
but Star Wars droids, I don't remember at all.
I don't think I ever watched, but then I don't think I was that into Star Wars back in '85. James, have you watched droids since?
Yeah, I love 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I thought it was really cool. Like the introduction of Vincent Van Gogh, played by Vincent Price, was really cool. Like having actual supernatural elements introduced to the Scooby-Doo lore is really, really great.
Good stuff. So that's droids. It was, like I say, I've never watched it, never seen it. I don't know that I would rush to go back and see it. Okay, chaps. Any other cartoons you just want to mention before we move on?
Nope, I got mine in. I'm quite happy now.
Yeah,
You got
mine
yours in.
too, so
You got yours in.
I'm
Good
happy,
stuff.
satisfied.
Good stuff. Okie dokie. Games. Big announcement or big release this year in terms of technology. What was that, Mr. Keegan?
So the not the Super NES, the NES, I think released in America, correct?
Yeah.
So the Famicom was out in 1983, and this released in '85 in America.
So, yeah, we've got the Nintendo, big kind of push forward in game and technology. Everybody, Anton, the power of nerds, the Care Bear stare. This kind of really started the game and kind of the home gaming system. Because up until this point, really, the vast majority of proper games were out at the arcades, and then we got the introduction of the Nintendo, and it revolutionized things really. We got the first real big mega hit, which was Super Mario Bros. I know very little about this, so James, tell me a little bit about Super Mario.
Yeah, like the defining Mario game. You know, like the first one's very basic. This one, I think all the classic elements that you associate with Mario come from here. You know, the mushrooms and the boxes and everything. Yeah, I mean, still holds up to this day. Like I remember I had this on Game Boy Color, I think, and played it like a couple of years ago. I took out my Game Boy Color and played this, and it still holds up. It's still fun. Just a classic soundtrack. Just great, and really like a big step forward for platforming games, certainly.
I remember playing it, but I don't. I mean, I was a Sega guy. I think I got my Master System either the year after or whatever. Any of you guys played this, Sorrel or Efren?
Super Mario Bros. Yeah, oh god, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I played it too. I mean, I don't play that many video games, but I do remember playing this game. And like James said, the music that accompanied this video game was very, I always remember the music, and I like playing it, but I never finished this game. My little Mario would always die at the end. Try to hit that flag, jump up to get that. It was just too difficult for me, but I love playing it.
There's nothing worse Efren than when your little Mario just dies on you.
Yeah.
Fuzzy is James whispering. It's just his dulcet, subtle tones, Fuzzy.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be an insult or
no. You're saying, you're whispering, you're quite quiet, I think.
Talk louder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take off mine.
Having to blow the dust out of the cartridge to get them to work was infuriating. Absolutely, yeah.
That's a myth that you're actually damaging your cartridge when you do that.
No, you lie. It works because it wouldn't turn on. Take it out, give it a little blow, bang it back in. It works.
No, it's like when you press the button on the elevator multiple times. You think that the doors are going to close faster, but they don't. They're closing the same speed.
Chris is saying you're quiet, uncharacteristic.
Am I still quiet now?
No, you're all right now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I prefer it when you're quiet.
Thanks.
Duck Hunt was great.
Thanks for telling me an hour into the show as well. I appreciate that, yeah.
Was light reactive, so pointing in the light meant you never missed. Yeah, absolutely. We lived through it. Its sides. It worked. Absolutely. I agree. Ghosts and Goblins. Any of you guys play Ghosts and Goblins?
Yeah, I love Ghosts and Goblins. Absolute classic. So yeah, one of my favorite Capcom franchises. I love medieval stuff. I love spooky stuff. So this was just it's bastard hard. But yeah, no, I loved it. I love when you get hit, your armor knocks off, and you're in little heart-shaped underwear. I think that's hilarious. Yeah. Arthur's just a cool character, and I'd like to see how elements of it have crossed into other stuff. There was like a 3D kind of spin-off series called Maximo later on that I really loved, like Max Bone, the Army is In and stuff. And then Firebrand started his own series. He's the kind of villain character there on the right. Can't remember the name of the series, something Quest anyway. And then they appeared in Marvel vs. Capcom down the road as well. So I love these. It's still somewhat still going. Like we had in I think 2020, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. So they're still doing these. So
I do hope the best game of the year is on this list. Otherwise, I will cry.
It depends what it is.
Paperboy?
No. Is that 85?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that.
Paperboy by Atari.
Yeah. You know what this is?
I used to love playing this game, but yeah, Tetris, right?
Yeah, Russian Tetris. So this is Tetris first came out in Russia. It was developed in Russia in 85.
I thought Tetris was earlier, to be honest. I thought that was much
before it was kind of sold on, stuff like that. Yeah. As many as you want, Phil. As many as you want. In whatever pose you want as well. I'm flexible. I am flexible.
Gosh.
Spread them cheeks.
Yeah. So Tetris. You've said that to us a few times, right? So yeah, Tetris is worth a mention because it kind of revolutionized. I've still not seen the movie about it with the guy from Kingsman.
Taron Egerton. I've heard it's very good. I haven't watched it myself. I've seen clips of it, and it's it's cool. There's a bit where it's
looks interesting.
They made a movie about Tetris.
Yeah. Apparently it's really good. It's really good. No, I do remember this Space Harrier. Any of you guys play Space Harrier?
Never heard of it.
Amazing game.
That looks well advanced for 1985.
I was going to say
no
that.
Way.
Yeah.
There's no way that's 1985.
Yeah. No, it's a class game. Really, really good fun. This was kind of the ones that you got, I think, in the Mega Drive and whatnot on the Master System. But just mental. Just, yeah, loved it. And then we've got this. This was the arcades, I think, more than anything.
Yeah.
Commando. I loved this game. This was the one I definitely played in the arcades when I was over in Spain or whatever on holiday, and you were, piles and piles of arcade machines. Just absolutely superb. Andrew's saying, highly recommend the Tetris movie on Apple TV. Yeah, we'll check that one out, Andrew. It sounds good. James is never the giver, but
That's true. I don't like looking at him.
You get a complimentary shot of your mug on Peter's little hand. Wow. So yeah, Commando, good stuff. Anybody want to mention anything else about games before we move on? Nope. Good stuff. Right, we'll end off with a little bit of a food round. This is the usual, just stupid stuff that I've seen when I've been perusing 85, and we're going to start off with, we've got pod racing Palatine. Nice to see you. We're going to start off with this. Anybody know what this is? This is good old Thomas Jefferson. Food related.
Was there a bottle of wine found that belonged to him something?
There was, James. There was. So there was a bottle of Thomas Jefferson's wine from 1707 sold at auction.
Wow.
Rough guess. How much do you think it sold for?
Was unopened, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
1707.
Yeah.
Couldn't be 1707. He wasn't alive.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't. 1776 was the revolution. He was in his late 20s, early 30s at that point.
1787.
Right.
Sorry.
87.
1787.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. You know U.S. history more than I do, James.
Hamilton. Thanks, Hamilton, for it, man. Yeah.
Let me see. Back in 85, I'd say less than $1 million since it was 85. I'd say about $500,000.
158,000. 158,000 for a bottle of wine, which is a little bit pricey, I think.
I wonder if that person still has that bottle. How much would it be worth now?
You would never open it, would you? You would
No.
never. You probably cooked with it. You probably poured it on a fish. Do you know what I mean? What do you think the most expensive bottle of wine sold is? It was a 1945. I can't do wine. Romani Conti.
Probably like $700,000.
A little bit lower. It was 558,000. Can you imagine spending that kind of money on a bottle of wine?
What made it so valuable? Just the scarcity of it?
So the most expensive one, the 558 one, was there's only ever 600 bottles made. Lambrini, 489, Bosch, absolutely fizzy. Blue Nun. Better taste like vinegar, absolutely. So yeah, so that was the wine. Coca-Cola. So we got New Coke in 1985. Did any of you ever? Well, neither of you guys will have because it lasted a few months. Efren, did you ever taste New Coke?
Is that when they got rid of the original Coke completely?
So Coke were trying to compete with Pepsi, so they binned the original recipe Coke. They made it sweeter and made it New Coke. It lasted a few months.
I probably tried it, but I think is this the one where people were clamoring about it so much that they brought back the original Coke?
No, yes. So everybody kicked off. They went wild. It cost the marketing and everything like that cost 34 million. Coca-Cola lost 34 million on it. Just absolutely
fun little fact: the Coke in Mexico is different from the Coke in the United States.
So
Yeah. Mexican Coke.
Yeah. We're still talking about soft drinks. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Was there a point in the 80s where Pepsi overtook Coke? Because surely,
I don't know.
I would have still thought they were still the number one drink at that point. But
I think I think they were just worried about them, progressing. There's a great 32 people watching. Thank you everybody when we're talking about frigging Coke. There's a great Pepsi advert. I don't know if you saw it where Phil, Mexican Coke is the best. Yeah, the cola's good as well. Yeah. But sorry, there was a great advert where Coke made a big thing of saying that they were outselling Pepsi by 3 cans to 1 or whatever. It made a huge kind of hoo-ha about it. So Pepsi commissioned and put out an advert of a vending machine and a little kid going and buying 3 cans of Coke.
Oh yes,
standing on them so he could reach the button for Pepsi.
I love how bitchy the advertising between Coke and Pepsi gets. Like they just directly name each other. Like it's so good.
Colombian Coke is supposed to be good. What are we descending? I remember New Coke, but have no idea if I ever had it. It was no tab. Oh Christ, tab clear.
I always wanted to try Tab. That's a lie.
I've always been a Pepsi drinker, so I'm not a fan of Coke.
Really?
You know. Pepsi it's a new drink for a new generation.
So for me, it was always I can have original Coke and I can have Pepsi Max. And didn't like Diet Coke or Coke Zero or things. I've recently come around to Coke Zero, and I'll have Coke Zero. But I don't like normal Pepsi. I don't like Diet Pepsi, and I don't like Diet Coke. It's weird.
That's because your blood is 98% Guinness. Do you know what I mean? So any other fluid entering your body is expelled. You know,
I'm not particularly a big Guinness drinker, man. To be honest.
Well, I'm going to go wild here and say Dr Pepper all the way. I'd much rather
I hate Dr Pepper. I hate it. Yeah, I never liked it. I'm not mad about like cherry Coke. There was a lemon. They used to do a lemon one that I liked.
The lemon was nice.
Yeah.
You see,
I don't
ladies and
like
gents, you
vanilla
dial into my channel for toys and comic news, and we spend 10 minutes talking about friggin' Coca-Cola. But there we go. Pepsi's best. You see, we've started begun to have the can wars. You know, everybody's getting into it now. I knew there was something wrong with you, Sorrel. Pepsi is worse than dolls. Wow. Jesus, we've got Iron Brew. Blech.
Yeah. I don't like Iron Brew.
I hate it as well. My sister, it's her favorite drink, but I hate it. I just never liked the taste of it.
I remember Virgin Cola. Yeah, I remember that. That was weird. Absolutely weird. Anyway, moving on, chaps. Last little bit. Anyone know what I mean, come on. Ephraim,
Twinkies.
What's this, Ephraim?
Twinkies came out in 1985.
No. The chap who invented them died. would end on a high. The guy who invented the Twinkies died in 1985. James Dewar. So, few Twinkie facts for you guys. I'm going to put you to the test because there's some common misconceptions. And we'll answer in the chat as well, guys. How long is a Twinkie good for?
That's a big Twinkie.
There's no expiration date.
It's an absurdly long time, though, isn't it? Is it like 50 years or something?
I don't think there's an expiration date on
There's
Twinkies.
Sorrow?
There is, but it's a very long time, innit? I'm sure they mentioned it on that zombie movie. Because he's looking
Zombieland,
for a minute.
yeah.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
what
they
I'm thinking
mentioned
of.
it in that.
So, did he choke on a Twinkie? I wish. Did you know? God, this sounds awful. What did I say? I wish for? Poor guy died. Did you know the man who invented the Segway
Fell off a
accidentally
cliff.
He died on
segued
the-
off a cliff?
Yeah.
he segued. I mean, there's something poetic about that. Phil's wanting a Twinkie now. I can tell. Yeah, 50,000 years. So, Twinkies are good for 25 days.
What?
It's a
that's
common
all.
it's a common kind of thing that they'll last forever. They do last for a long, long time, but they're only edible really for around about 25 days. After that,
I mean, they're never really edible. Like, have you ever had
No.
one?
No,
They're
yeah, I
disgusting.
have vile,
I was
really
so
vile.
excited to have one after, like, when I heard about them in Zombieland, and then I went to America and I got all the Hostess stuff, snowballs and shit.
And did you
it
know-
was all disgusting?
Another little fun fact for you, Mr. Keegan: the Twinkies that they ate on Zombieland weren't even Twinkies, because what you call them? Oh man,
Woody Harrelson's a vegan.
he's a vegan, so it was some kind of weird created thing for them. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, they reckon they're good for 25 days. One of the key ingredients: cellulose gum. What else can you find that in?
It'll be some shit like hair gel or something.
No. Rocket
Jet
fuel.
engine spray.
Rocket fuel.
Get it?
Rocket fuel. Tasty. So yeah. So rocket fuel. They sell about 500 million of these things a year. I love this one. A key number for you, and this is from I can't remember. Is it Hostess? The people who make Twinkies?
Yeah, Hostess.
Yeah, they've published this key number 45 seconds. What do you think that relates to? They've tested this.
That a Twinkie's eaten in America every 45 seconds.
No.
Oh.
How long it takes to go through your system?
Less for me. No, 45 seconds is the optimal explosion time if you place a Twinkie in a microwave. So if you microwave it for 45 seconds, it will explode apparently.
Well,
So,
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Record for Twinkie. Now this one really surprised us. Record. So this is the published record. Record for Twinkies eaten in 1 minute.
Gross. 100.
100.
More than 100 in a minute.
Well, no, I'm not. No, you guys guess. Let me know in the chat how many Twinkies do you think in a minute?
I'm gonna say
Because this is an idea for a show. If I'd had time, I was going to send you all Twinkies and we'll do this. So
like you have to swallow. There's not much chewing involved.
you don't. You can spit. Yeah, that's what my wife. No.
But that consumes time. So like you could do more than 1 in a second, but you couldn't do like 2 in a second. I don't think. One and a half.
You ain't doing it.
Stop being on the fence, James. Man, give us a number.
I said 80. I said 80 at the
80.
start.
Sorrel, how many did you go for?
30.
30. Okay. And Efren, you went for
100.
100. Chris Bell's going 250. Sean 150. Alex 28. Wayne 128. 75. This is the members. This is the quality programming you pay for. Do you know what I mean? Terry 33. 88, 90. So this is why I'm saying it, guys. This is why I'm saying it. The record for eating Twinkies in a minute is 14.
What?
I reckon
yeah,
I could demolish 14 in a minute.
14, yeah.
Yeah. Now, there was someone who got more than that, but it wasn't an official record attempt. I think they got 20 odd. And they dipped them in water first so they could just push them down the throat.
That's cheating.
That's
So you're not allowed to
Yeah.
drink water during it.
So I think, Chris is with
Oh, they're so dry though.
I reckon we should buy ourselves 20 Twinkies each, and we'll do a show and we'll boss that, right? I reckon
I am
14.
so game for that.
Yeah, we would smash 14 Twinkies, surely to God.
That'll cost like 60 quid each or something to buy 14 Twinkies.
Alex reckons he could beat that. Yeah, Alex, come on the screen. Fuzzy saying bitch numbers. Absolutely. I think it's pathetic. In fact, it's embarrassing.
If we wait until around Halloween time, they always release the Ghostbuster Twinkies in the UK and the B&M usually, and they're usually quite cheap.
Okay.
But they are key lime flavour and are vile.
Oh, I like
Fuzzy's
key
on
lime.
his,
I like key lime.
Fuzzy's on his fourth Twinkie or fourth box of Twinkies. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ah, they're all kicking off. Toddler competition.
No,
Yeah,
no, I
toddler
think
competition.
they're so dry that you'll be doing a lot of chewing. Like your mouth will just be a desert by the 5th one. Do you know? So like, yeah.
I mean, I'm game. I'm
That
game.
makes sense.
I would be ashamed of myself if I couldn't do 14 Twinkies.
Okay.
I could do 5 at a go.
I bet
man. Do you
we
know what I
only.
mean?
I bet we only end up doing 6 or 7.
And then we'll bout on screen. Let's do. It's a while since we've done a hot sauce show. Why don't we do a
We put hot sauce on the Twinkies and
we'll do a, Chris can do 20. Why don't we do a silly game night one night and we'll do Twinkies, we'll do hot sauces, and we'll do some other weird stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We should
I'll
do
look at
like
that.
a geek treats night because there's loads of like Street Fighter drinks and all these random gaming like little like foods and stuff. We should get a load of that kind of shit.
Yeah,
Just munch
we'll
'em.
plan something like that. And on the Twinkie chat, we'll end it there. That was 1985, ladies and gents. Thank you so much, everybody that's watched. We've gone through a lot of interesting stuff tonight. Just a few things to mention from my channel. Got a load of different videos out. We've got my Spider-Man favourite stories. We've got my review of Ballerina and Killer of Killers. And I've just put a video out today about the Masters of the Universe official photo of He-Man himself. It's a little bit interesting. So yeah, so check that one out as well. Tomorrow night, we're over on Sorrel's channel for nerdy news. We've got a whole load of interesting toy-related stuff to talk about that. 8 o'clock, Sorrel, I want to say?
8 o'clock, yeah. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So look... So Fuzzy's in there straight away. Straight away, Fuzzy. 2001.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
We'll do 2000.
I was going to ask post 2000, please.
We're writing it down, Fuzzy. Next one is 2001.
There's not really any like big like event that happened in 2001 that we'll have to talk about, is there?
Nah,
Nothing. It's quiet out here, isn't it?
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking if there's a big world event in 2001. I'm about to go check it.
Geopolitical, like world-changing events.
Darth is saying, is everyone in the chat from across the pond? No, mate. We've got viewers from the US. The USA. We've got a couple of people from Italy in the chat. Ireland, Scotland, all over. And Efren is from San Diego.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, got a good mix. So yeah, looking forward to that. So that's tomorrow night, Nerdy News over on Sorrel's channel. Just to let you know, there is no show on Tuesday night next week because I am off to see Hamilton. So I might do something at another point during the week. We'll just have to see. Let's see how things pan out. Right.
How does a ginger Geordie, son of a, get tickets to see goddamn Hamilton?
So, ladies and gents, hashtag 1985. We're going to draw that now. Let's get it on screen. We've got 19 people have entered the chat. Last couple of seconds for you. Hashtag 1985. Stick it in the comments and we'll give away some comics. So, we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And best of luck, everybody. Remember, it's for 5 comics. I'll ship wherever you're at. If you're a channel member, you get 7 comics instead of the 5. So, Bat Dan. Excellent. Good stuff, Bat Dan. So, gentlemen, we are picking 7 comic books for Bat Dan. Mr. Keegan, pick us
the
2
closest
comics.
one to you, and the second furthest from you.
You just like to see me stretch.
Yeah, baby. I love it.
Ooh. Okay. Sorrel.
Stroke the kitty. Go, that one.
It's got very uncomfortable, guys.
Efren?
GB's there.
Stop right there.
James.
Dead center. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 5. One more, Sorrel.
And just to make James uncomfortable, stroke the kitty. That one.
And Efren.
Stop.
Okay. Right. Bat Dan. You have got. Let's have a look. See, is Bat Dan still in the chat? Bat Dan, let us know if you're still in the chat because you've got a book here. I think I might have sent you already. If you have, I'll send you something different. So we've got the variant cover for the Black Widow Venom crossover, I think she was.
Nice.
Or something. Yep, nice cover. Love this one. This is a John Boy Myers, I think. This is Transformers issue number 4.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Variant cover by John Boy. Love that cover of Prime. Very, very cool. We've got Delotto Weapon X number 11 variant. Very cool. We've got Sync 14. Can't remember, Dan, if I sent you one of these already. This is the really, really important book because I feature in it. Kind of. So yeah, so let us know if you've got this one, Dan, and I'll send you something different
They'll
instead.
probably want another. Like you'd want a first appearance of
For
Triple
me,
Comics.
for me,
Like, yeah,
obviously.
yeah, speculation. You know.
Yeah. How many books we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. We've got nice bit of shiny foil sexiness. We just talked about this book the other night, Efren. We've got X-Men Alpha number 1.
Oh,
full
yeah, yeah,
cover.
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Great series.
Really nice image. Yeah, some great. I mean, technically first appearances. The
Yeah.
kind of variations of the characters, I guess. So yeah, nice book.
Nice.
So
I'll take
that's a
that one
nice
also.
We've got, this is nice as well. Don't know who the art in this. Another shiny, another foil.
That's Nakamura, the
Is it?
artist. Yep.
Nice, very nice. Nice Supergirl, and then we've got a Midtown Comics New York City variant for Secret Invasion number 1. So again, nice book.
Cool.
Very nice. Okay, Dan, drop us a line, mate. Let us know about that sync book if you want that one, or if you want us to send you something different, and we'll get those out to you straight away.
Paddles and a Half Pint wants to know if that's you on the cover of Sing Fighting Pit.
Cheeky bastard. Cheeky bastard. Yeah. I'd be happy if it was, because the image of us in the book's not that. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Nice. Okay, chaps, thank you so much, everybody. We've had 30 odd people watching tonight, so really do appreciate you all stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow night over on Super Sorrel's channel, and then I will no doubt do something next week. We just haven't decided what yet.
What time tomorrow, guys?
8 o'clock UK
8 o'clock
time.
UK.
Okay,
time.
so that's 12 o'clock here in the United States.
Yeah.
Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern. Trying to get as many viewers as possible.
Thank you, Evan. Okay, okay. Thanks very much, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye.
The curtains close, it's time to go. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Check out my channel for more geeky fun and hit like, subscribe before you run. All that remains is our thanks to you from Triple G and his YouTube crew. We really do hope you come on back, but for now, that's your whack. Yeah, that's